Ha! This is it. We're live. If you're new here, hello. I'm Nicole Eisler, and this is so exciting. I have been wanting to do this for such a long time, and really looking forward to building a community here and having some fun and talking a lot about energy, a lot about whether it's what's going on in the world, the vision for what we're doing here. And this will be live every Wednesday to help you reset and rise live every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Central Time, to have some conversations. I love talking energy. I love talking strategies. How do we live happier and lighter and have more fun? So that is my thing, is helping women who love to do it all. I am not about telling you to slow down or just do less. It's really about doing more of what you love. So if you're a woman who loves to do it all, you have big ideas, you have a vision, dreams, goals, whatever you want to call them, whatever fits for you, that's amazing. You're in the right spot. I'm here to help you make this whole living aligned, intuitive, and joyful thing a lot more fun, way more fun, and way less complicated, because we do have a lot of options out there and tools and resources, but that for some reason almost makes it more confusing instead of more helpful. So think less heavy, more happy. That's what we're doing. So each and every week coming here, bring your questions, drop them in the comments. And just to be really upfront, it's been a while since I've live streamed on my own, though. Before I had a network and I had a team and some things, but now we're just doing this, just you and I. We're just hanging out every week, talking energy. How do we live happier, feel better? And that's really what I'm most looking forward to, is starting to build our connections. It's 11:11 right now where I am. So 11's my favorite number. 11:11 is my favorite angel number. It's just, if you're vibing with me and you feel like she's talking about numbers and yep, see, then you're in the right place. But mostly also, I don't think that living happier and healthier should be so complicated. I don't think it should feel so overwhelming. It's incredible when you make this empowered decision that you want to live happier, healthier, you want to be more vibrant, you want to make some changes. This is it. This is the day. We say things like, that's it. I've had enough. Today's the day. I'm going to make some changes. And then we start thinking about them and we get overwhelmed. And it's happened to me too. You think that you want to take action right away, but maybe then your brain starts spinning out on all of the different things, putting you from not where you are in the next step. That's where it starts. Yes, I'm making this decision, but then instead it jumps you to where you think you should be, creating this huge gap from where you are to where you want to be. And that's the part that can feel really overwhelming. It can make it seem very far in the distance. It's going to take me forever to implement all of the changes, because even though you might feel so confident, I know I can do it. I've done it before. I know what to do. But your mind is just spinning and spinning and spinning and pushing you so far ahead of yourself to where the vision you have as a visionary, remember, as a visionary, you have a big vision. You know deep inside your potential. You know what you can do and what that would look like. So when you're at the point of wanting to implement the changes and seeing the big vision, and then it's putting you, but here's where I am, then that's what can feel just kind of crazy and not really put you where you want to be. Okay, I'm trying to make sure that this is working. Hey, it is. Look at that. All right. Because, like I said, it's been a while. I'm all about sharing what I'm up to, what I'm doing, and the truth is, I have a new camera, I have a new microphone, I have a new setup, and I have not gone live on YouTube for years, and I don't even remember how I did it back then, so can't tell you if it was the same or not. So, making sure I have all the tech and the sound and the camera and everything connected so we get to do this. Well, that's why I'm checking, I'm looking, what are we doing? And I think we did do it. So, it's perfect. Okay. So, as we're building our community here, if you're watching the replay too, I mean, that's you. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and finding, like, thank you, universe, for helping us connect. That's really what I love the most. I love having, like I said, conversations about energy. How do we make life? How do we just simplify it? Because right now there's so much chaos and there's a lot of drama in the world. And with technology, it's right up in our face and conversation. So how do we get back to just simplified living, with this exceptional level of joy? So not, oh, I need to stay small and keep it simple and not do the things that I really dream about doing. No, not that way. Oh, if I simplify my life and eliminate the things I've been carrying around that are not mine to carry, or the things I've been worrying about, well, then I have more space, time, energy. I have more mental capacity to focus on the plan and implement those changes and not feel overwhelmed, but feel inspired and not feel drained, but feel energized. Because that big vision, that takes big energy. That's the fact, Jack. So, have you been maybe a little bit living for the weekends, as we call it? Or I had a client recently who went on vacation, and she said, on vacation, I was amazing. I was up early every day. Boop, there I was. I got up early. She said she was walking 16,000 steps every day. I'm just getting to my notes, although I could talk this stuff in my sleep, but walking a lot, energized. And then she said, I felt like I was in a bubble. And I could feel the next coming. She felt like she was in a bubble, felt so great, so energized. They were doing so many things, so excited to get the most out of each and every day. And then she headed back into, going home, everyday life, and all of the things that had been sitting there before they left sort of hit her again. And her energy instantly started to feel very heavy, very cramped, very weighed down. And we were chatting too. And I don't know. I don't know who this wouldn't resonate with. We've all been there, and it is normal, and it is part of our process of evolving. I mean, if you don't have contrast to help you understand what's working and what's not working, I mean, I don't that's what it's for. That's the gift, right? That's the gift. So there could be things we're carrying around, and as she started, I said, "Okay, well let's unpack some of those things." As she did that, which is very typical when I'm working with my clients and also for myself. If I find myself feeling I feel very cramped, feel very heavy, I feel stuck, I have to just really sit with it. I am no longer, I used to be really good at avoiding those things. Ooh, I don't want to look over there, and I don't want to look over there. I don't want to think about that. And so we kind of push these things off. We stuff them down. Anybody, right? Did you ever do that? And what happens though? It doesn't go away temporarily, split second or two until we can get distracted enough, or I mean, there's self-medicating ways. Distractions are also a form. Now I have something in my eye. Distractions are also a form of self-medicating, right? I'll distract myself with someone else's drama. I can distract myself with drama in the world. I can distract I mean, there's plenty of celebrity stories to read about and get involved with. Um, we can just zone out and just binge on our Netflix and not really answer the phone, don't do the things. We can shop, we can eat, we can eat our feelings down, we can shop our feelings away to get that little hit of dopamine when we hit buy, and then of course after, oh, what did I do? We can also use other things, drugs, alcohol, and sleep. Sleep can be another, even though sleep is the elixir of life and it's so good for us and we need it, but not if we're using any of these things to avoid looking at and assessing and taking like ownership of what we like, what we don't like. We tend to be pretty good. Oh, I did that. It's so good. I love this. This is so fun. This is so fun. I love this. I want to do this more. But also we could do that. We can plan so many fun things to keep us busy and distracted. I mean, it's really not the thing. It's how we're using it and the why. And why are we doing that? Well, of course, because if I look at what's weighing on me, what feels heavy, then I feel drained. I don't feel clear. I feel a little cramped. I feel consumed by it. And that's what was happening for my client. And why do we even carry other people's stuff? Why do we carry other people's stuff? Well, some of us don't want to disappoint others. The clients I work with who are very ambitious, driven, they have visions, they want to help more people. They say things like that. In fact, many times I'll hear that too. I just want to help more people, but I'm so tired. Or I want to work on my ideas, but I don't know when I would do it. I don't have any time. And so again, we start to unpack. I love to unpack things. Lay it on me. Let's put it all on the table. What do you have? What's been going on? And so we put it all in front of us and they quickly realize, oh, most of this is not mine. And why do we do that? Maybe we're taught that it's important to take care of other people. I mean, that's certainly something, it's by nature for us ladies that we're the nurturers. We love to care for others. We love to take care of them. But you might have done it, like in my case, it wasn't even that I was taught that because I'm female or something. It was that my mother wasn't up to par. She wasn't up to the job of being an adult. So as being young, I just took on responsibility. I took on taking care of things. And then what do we start to hear if that happened to you as well? What do we start to hear if you start taking care of things? Initially, it can feel good. One, because something gets taken care of. It's not lingering there anymore. But the other part is we feel needed. So when we feel needed, we feel good. And it's a form of purpose, but it's not necessarily the ultimate purpose for you. So then we start to hear, oh my gosh, that was so great. You're amazing. How do you do all this? Oh, this is great. You're great. Oh, so amazing. How do you get it all done? I used to hear it all the time. How do you get everything done? How do you do all of that? And I don't say that as braggy britches. I'm saying I actually heard that from people. And I just thought all of these things were meant to be done. I would step in, I would do them. That's how I rolled, whether it was the job that I worked in, which served my purpose, moving up, promotions, things like that. But ultimately, we want to always assess, is everything that I'm taking care of, is it mine to take care of? And am I doing it out of obligation? Oh, is someone giving me a guilt trip to do it? I mean, I know you're busy, but oh, you can't help me with that? Oh, okay. Well, right. So these little things, or there might just be a direct blow of guilt. I can't believe you're not going to help me with that. There could be something like that. So it really depends who you're communicating with and where that comes. But there is a form of, might be fear of, not only fear of disappointment, you might have a fear they won't like me, they won't accept me, they'll be mad at me. So lots of little things. It's a very personal blend. as to why we do what we do out of obligation and over functioning. It could also, yes, people pleasing. Um, it could also be a way that I know for me, it was if I could take action on something, even if it wasn't mine, but I could help with something, I felt like I was making changes. I was making progress on something. I didn't know what I wanted for my own path, but I could help someone else with their stuff. And that made me feel like I could make progress somewhere. So I didn't really have that clarity. And it shows up in ways overthinking. If you're, for example, clients will often ask me, well, how do I know if I'm in my own energy or I'm taking on someone else's stuff? I'll say, well, how often are you thinking about the other person? Meaning worrying about them. How are they going to get through it? What if they don't get through it? I bet they need help with this. What if they need help with that? I should probably research this for them. They haven't asked you to, but you're doing all of these things behind the scenes to help them. Uh, Guilty. Yep. I know. I've done it too, especially when it comes to my kids, even though they're adults. They're adults. They have their own lives. Yes. But I still have mom hat on and I'll still think, oh, let me look into that for you. They didn't ask me to, but right. So we have a lot of times where we just step in and do those things. And it can look like burnout because if you're overextending yourself and over functioning, over committing, you're doing all these overs over, then where does all the energy go? It doesn't go into your big ideas. It's not replenishing you, maybe initially. And sometimes we can even feel a little resentful. I can't believe no one appreciates everything that I'm doing. We maybe don't mean to think that. Well, some people may think that. Well, we don't do Victimville around here. So certainly if that thought pops in, we don't judge it, but we do recognize it and say, have I been volunteering myself? Have I been looking at that and doing that? So let's, how do you know, again, is it mine? Is it someone else's? Have I taken on someone else's responsibilities? Am I running their show? So it would be like if someone just walked in right now and took over my live stream, just booted me out. This is my show right here, right? With you and I, we're doing our thing. And if someone just came in and said, no, let me do that for you, and they started doing it instead. We kind of do that to people sometimes without intending to. Some people, maybe some people do a little bulldozer action there. I like to ask questions. How did that feel for you? Do you need any help with that? Can I help with that? What can I do to help? What do you need from me? Just simple questions to get some clarity because I want to take the other person's lead. I could spew a bunch of information, but if the person didn't ask for it, and again, yes, I've done this in the past, or I've had it done to me as well. Oh, you know what you should do? Oh, you have that? Well, here's what you should do. And then, blah, 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 and they just lay it all on you. And you're like, okay, I didn't ask. Thanks. Because I don't know where the person's at. How much have they worked on it? What's their idea? What's their vision? Where do they want it to go? Um, how is that working for you? I might ask. Are you finding what you need? What have you looked into? Because I never want to be insulting to someone. I bet you haven't done anything and you don't know anything. So let me tell you everything that I know. I don't want to come across like that, but I'll listen. And because I read energy, and you can't hide your energy for me. I can even tell when someone's trying not to be readable. They're very like closed or guarded. I can feel when there's something in there. Even if they say, "No, I'm fine." But I feel, please help me. No, or whatever's going on energetically. I can feel something else happening under the surface there. So asking questions to help is definitely something. But again, how do you know if you're carrying someone else's energy? You're thinking more about their path, their life, their circumstances, their feelings, their stress, their worries, their fears, their obstacles, maybe even than they are, or than you are about your own path, your ideas, and you're stressed. So I have found that when I just stay in my own energy and I'm not worrying here and worrying there and worrying there or this or that, I feel I'm good. I feel centered. Now, because I'm really good at eliminating what I don't like. So, what I said before, I don't like to put off, ignore, suppress. Man, I want to process that as fast as possible. Let me get through what's coming up for me. Let me get through what's stressing, what feels icky, because I don't like to feel that way. I don't want to prolong it. I don't want to shove it away, push it down, not just because, oh, it's not good for us. Right. We're all aware of that. That is true messaging. That is absolutely the truth. The root of whatever's going on with us physically, it's all stemming from emotional stuff. So if we're going to just push all that away, it's still going to pop its ugly head back up if there's something that really that your soul is saying, "Hey, we need to process this. We need to work through this. This is the energy work that I do with my clients." They may come to me and say, "Oh, this goal that I've been working on, it's not I don't get it. It's not coming together. I'm doing a lot of things." Or I have this idea and I don't even know where to begin. Or there, of course, is something typically, I don't know why, but I don't feel the way I want to feel. I don't feel amazing. And I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. Now, a lot of the time they do know what it is, but the real truth is what they could have said, "I know what it is, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to work through this, and I can't even get myself to look at it." And so we have all been there in a place where we don't want to. It's like, don't make me look. Don't make me look at it. I know what it is, but I don't know what to do with it. It's between me and this person, or it's this circumstance that feels too big. Remember, I'm here, but the next step feels like it's way up here and there's this huge gap and I don't know how to close the gap. So we start to look at those things. So that's why I don't like to feel that way. And that is something I will say, implementing change. If I'm like, if that will help me feel better and resolve, not just self-medicate away my problems. No, no. But if that will help me feel more, I am all over it. You, I mean, I want it. I want it now. I want to get the shift. Let's make the transition. Let's do the thing. I don't want to feel about this ickiness anymore. Sadness is a different one. Sadness, sometimes it's not like you can rush any of it. Okay. But we can shift to a better feeling place like that. It's taking charge of your focus. It's making that internal decision to say, I don't like the way I'm feeling, so I'm doing something about it. Because I know, and this is how we learn. This is how we get good at it, my friend. Like, we learn by saying, oh, yeah, I remember that one time when I didn't make the changes as fast as possible. I did not I did not make the shift. And I felt much worse over time. I started getting more drained. I lost my appetite. I lost my zest. I didn't even want to go do things anymore. I didn't want to see people, because what do people say when you see them? Hey, how are you? Wow, what's going on with you? Do you want to say, oh, well, I just been sitting around suppressing all my emotions, just, ignoring all the things in my life I don't really want to deal with or know how to deal with. How about you? We don't do that. We do the, yeah, pretty good, life. We do some weird, thing. And then as quickly as possible, Tell me what's been going on with you. You look great. Wow, you look, and we walk away from conversations with all this stuff we've kept shoved down inside thinking, well, they got it all together. What's going on with me? And we start self-judging. We're so afraid of other people judging us that we judge ourselves. It's the worst. That is the worst feeling, I think, that I've ever had. I mean, I've been rejected by people. Certainly, I've had people judge me. I've had all kinds of things. I've been bullied. I've had people call me names. Oh, you're fake. You're too happy. You're too fluffy. And I think, no, friend, this is legit because I do not like to feel crummy. I don't want to waste. I don't want to have that vacation mode. So we're actually leaving on a trip for 12 days. What is today? Wednesday. So Friday, we're heading to Aruba. So actually next week, I'll be live from Aruba. And we go there a few times a year. I don't ever hate coming back. I don't ever, just that sickness in your stomach that it's over and you have to go home. I don't want that. I don't want to feel way more energized for those 12 days. And then for 60, 90, whatever days, life. No, I want every moment as much as possible for you and I. This is it is my wish that this is why I want to build a community. I want to build a community here of like-minded people who are like, yes, I want to feel like that when I wake up in the morning. I want to feel inspired, excited, like my life is an adventure. And that is the way I treat it. You could say tropical state of mind. My life is an adventure, the whole thing. Every day, I'm so curious. What could happen today? What could unfold today? What will I come across? What kind of conversations will I have? What will I get to hear? Who will I get to meet? What will I get to see? And I mean, down to the simplest things of my little wildlife friends in my backyard. If you hang out with me long enough, you will know that I feed the chipmunks, I feed the squirrels. We have a groundhog, although I haven't seen her for 2 days and I've been very concerned. These are the things that make life very exciting for me, feeling like I'm part of something. I'm part of their world, right? They're interacting with me. It doesn't make you feel so good. I just posted something the other day about when you meet a wild animal and you just think that they're just naturally going to love you, and I feel like they're going to sit up and just start. They do talk to me, but anyway, see, I could talk about animals. It's all the little things. I want to find magic in every single day. I think that life can be that. That is what I live for every day. And I want to get as much of what I can help others with out in the world before I go. And I don't know when that is. I don't know what my timeline looks like. I don't know how much time I have. And there was a time in my life, being 55 now, but there was a time in my life where I looked down the road and it was forever. I had so long. I had my whole life ahead of me. I have the rest of my life ahead of me, right? So when we're younger, we think, oh, I have my whole life ahead of me. I have time. And then you get to a certain point, you're like, well, now I have the rest of my life ahead of me. And I don't know how long that is. But boy, I want to get up every day and contribute, be part of something, help someone, help you. If there's something that you're feeling about anything that I've covered here today, then let's get it cleared. What does clearing mean? That too, I'll find, like, how do I know if I've really cleared something? You either won't think about it or you won't think about it in the same way. So right now, you could do a little assessment. Okay, ready? Take a deep breath. Okay, let's do a little assessment. Look around your life. And are there areas that you don't want to look at? You instantly knew what they were. Okay. Are there areas I don't want to look at them? I don't want to know what's there. And if I do look at what's there, I clench up. I just get tense. I'm holding my breath. Oh my God, I can't. Okay. So maybe it's not that dramatic. but why not be fun about it? Why not have some fun with it? But maybe you're looking around your life and think, actually, yeah, I have a few areas. Maybe they're not, but maybe they're not, yay. Okay, maybe they're just flat. Wah, wah. Maybe they do that. Okay, you got a couple wah wahs in there. And if you're doing that, so these are the areas we assess. So how do you know? Or it could be something from your past. Oh, what? Yes, it could be something from your past, something that happened, something you did, something you didn't do, an experience. Maybe your mind locks you in. Why did I ever do that? I wish I would have never done that. How could that have happened? Uh, how did I let that happen? I get that from my clients a lot because they are very responsible. And so they go, how could I let that happen? Lots of pressure and, self blame. Okay. So now that we've assessed some things for you, so how do you know if you've cleared it? Let's use the past experience as an example. So a past memory, past experience, when you think about it, it still it makes you feel icky, frustrated, like feeling like you got a rock in the pit of your stomach, or you feel this pressure. A lot of times my clients will feel it in their heart chakra, so they'll feel it in their chest, they'll feel it in their throat, and then they're trying to tell me, but they are like, well, and they can't get the words out. Okay. Or they just completely shut down and their posture just drops like this. Soon as they think about that memory, they just get like this, very heavy. These are all signs that there's some energy work to be done. And yes, it can be cleared, but what is clearing? What does it look like? What does it mean? How do you do it? And what it looks like when you've cleared something, it could pop in for you. I could ask you 3 years from now or something, "Hey, whatever happened with that? And do you remember that?" And you'd go, "Oh, yeah." But you'd have a very different recollection of what happened. You would, or if it pops in on its own, you notice, "Oh, huh. Yeah, I don't feel anything." Not not because it's numbed, because it's cleared. Okay, fog, think fog. I can see the fog. I can't move forward. I can't see my hand in front of my face. If we're to give a visual to what uh, this clouded, icky energy, to give a description, and then when you visualize when the fog is clear, good to go. There's no fog. What fog? Wow, look, it's a sunny day. It's amazing. Wow, that's so weird. It was so foggy and thick. I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. And now it's just gone. It's clear. Okay. So it's the same with energy. Energy is clear, but how do you clear it? That's also, it's not really that cryptic, but a lot of people feel like, how do I know if I've cleared it? And it doesn't impact you the same way. It doesn't impact your physiology. Remember it doesn't do something like that. You feel light. Your physiology, in fact, doesn't even flicker. You feel the same as before you had the thought about the thing. Although you might even be more excited after you have the thought about the thing, realizing, I don't have the same icky, heavy feelings that I had before. I feel amazing. So that could happen. Okay. How do you clear it? You have to redefine. Look, what happened, happened. But if you leave it, however it's showing up, that's making you feel icky, stuck, heavy, shameful, self blaming, whatever that is. Remember, I wish I would have known better is a very self blaming, shameful kind of feeling. When you redefine it, you repurpose that. So, what happened, happened. And they'll say that everything happens for a reason. Have that one come up a lot. I know everything happens for a reason. I'll say, well, how come you don't feel better when you say that? And here's why. Because you haven't redefined why it happened. Everything happens for a reason. What's the reason? What's the reason for you? For me, the things that happen in my life, they're to make me better, more aware, to get really clear on my values. If I have not been living in alignment with my values and things go really wonky and go way off track and I feel terrible about it, I don't stick on the feeling terrible about it. I go back to, oh, yeah, I was ignoring my values. It makes my values so crystal clear that it's easy for me to move back into alignment. I get it now. Wow. Yes, I was really going down that path and talking myself into it and trying to think that that was going to be okay. No wonder I didn't feel at ease the whole time. No wonder I had anxiety the whole time I was doing it. My soul was trying to say, you, friend, are not, you're not honoring your values. You see, there's always a gift. There's so many beautiful reasons why these things happen. And what we really, oops, little thing popped up on my screen. What we really need to do is take that assessment. Just take a step back and be objective. Take an objective view of everything and look at it and say, what is not working for me? Is it mine to carry? No. And other people's lives, unless they're a child, are not our responsibility. And you're the parent. So when my children were not adults, yeah, that's my responsibility to assist, step in, guide, nurture, help. I still have that role, but it's more on call because they're adults. Now, I do have a deal with my kids though, and I told them both this. I have, let's pretend it's this, okay? I have the mom card. This isn't really a mom card, but let's pretend it's the mom card. I have the mom card. And if it seems like you're not living according to your values or you seem really unhappy, you just don't seem okay, I get to say, hey, what's going on? Otherwise, I don't overstep because I trust they have their values. They know what they are. They know who they are. We all get lost sometimes, but that's also their path to figure it out and to know that no matter what, I'm here. So I haven't stepped out of the scene. I'm not like, bye, good luck. Not like that. But we all have to have those experiences. I had to have them in my life, or I would not have been very clear about what my values are, what I like, what I don't like, what I want, what I don't want. We have to have adversity. We have to have contrast to help us identify that. It's part of our experience here as spiritual beings, human beings. We're humans becoming. We're spiritual beings and humans becoming. And we really, those experiences are what make everything so not always understandable in the moment, but really aware. Wow, I don't like this. This is not working for me. Right? So looking at those, so clearing, redefining, eliminating. Yep. Sometimes clearing means just getting rid of the stuff. This month in my membership, Soul Quest Collective, come join us. Our theme, we have a theme every month. We have a theme every month, go on a journey every month. That means new resources that align with that theme and that journey. And there's a whole adventure portal where you can venture to our virtual destinations like the Zen Den or the Quantum Healing Spa. I like destinations, so that's what I've created in there. But our theme this month is decluttering so you can soar. Because if you are lighter, it's easier for you to fly, my friend. It has to be also eliminating what's not working. Could be physical clutter, getting rid of the stuff, the physical clutter. And if we have cluttered spaces, it's a good reflection of what's going on the inside. A lot of times we're not processing, right? We're not handling, we're putting off, we're stacking up, we're doing that. And so also the emotional clutter. So we have a workshop in there, Organizing Matters, and it does talk about, yes, physical decluttering. Why do we keep things? But also, what is that doing to your spirit? Having all that stuff piled up around you makes you feel closed in, cramped, and not on top of things. So looking at that, We're also doing an abundance tracker. If you're going to get rid of all the stuff, you want to make room and start tracking what's good and what belongs there. And what are you receiving? How are you multiplying and bringing in the abundance? And just having the collective, the intention is just like here, it's community. Here we talk about things like this, and I want to start answering questions. Like I said, bring your questions, come every week at 11. I have this vision. It's just a growing community, thriving community, like-minded soul seekers, want to be healthier, want to be happier, and want more simple, easy, and fun strategies that actually work, but that are also practical. They're not just, okay, I'm fine. Okay, it's important to breathe. Yes, it's important to take a deep breath and calm our nervous system and reset so that you can clear your mind, so that you can start to develop your strategy and start making your progress. It's not just to take a deep breath or have a lavender bath and then pretend everything's fine. No, because the body at one point or another will shut shit down. It will shut it down. Like, no, we are not just ignoring this anymore. I can't take the pressure. Like, how much more stuff in here do you think I can hold? I can't. So we want to look at answering questions, doing that. And then in the community, or in the Soul Quest Collective, in the membership, what we do is we actually have the conversations. What's going on with you? What's coming up for you? Right? Let's give you some more personalized, tailored strategies and have those deeper conversations. And not just, here's what you could do, here's a suggestion, here's a this, here's a that. But it's having the conversations that make the difference, to also know that, oh, I am part of something. I add value here. Yes, you add value wherever you go. If you're not feeling that, you're in the wrong circles. And if it's not being reflected to you that you are valuable, not that I'm not saying as in get that validation from people, because even if you are getting that and you don't feel valuable, it won't mean a thing. So that's really not what it is. So let's just say if any of what I covered today resonates with you, you would love what we're doing inside the collective, and you would love the intuitive, call them resources. We don't call them lessons or modules. They are spiritual adventures. They are sacred tools that I have created and put in the adventure portal for you to intuitively click around and find what you need, along with my support, along with your fellow soul seekers and adventurers, and women who want to live less heavy, more happy. That's like my motto, like less heavy, more happy, less heavy, more happy, not ignoring the heavy. We're taking care of it. We're eliminating it. We are shifting things. And if it's not a match, bye, it's got to go. Like yesterday. No tolerations. We do not tolerate just dealing with stuff. We don't tolerate putting up with things. Oh, I guess it is what it is. Guess I just got to deal with it. That sounds great. I don't think so. I like to feel light, fun, and free. That's the intention here, is to answer questions, to get the conversations going, and to build our community here. Have fun. We can have fun at making changes. It doesn't have to be dragged down, boring, heavy stuff. So each and every Wednesday, this is what we're doing, 11 a.m. Central Time. And I just look forward to getting to know you better, seeing your questions pop up, and building our community. And again, if you're watching the replay, hello. Love ya. Thanks for being here. It's so amazing. Again, I'm Nicole Eisler, and as a stress reset strategist and energy coach, it is my mission to help women who are doing it all, have the big vision, want to love life. They are life enthusiasts like me, to help them, help you make this whole aligned, intuitive, joyful life thing way more fun and way less complicated, because our motto really is less heavy, more happy. And that's how we roll. That's what we do. So until next time, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you back in the next video. Bye.